I'll hand you my phone, I'll open it, and I'll tell you to go into a project and tell me what the countertop is for the kitchen. You won't have known anything about it, but it's so easy to navigate that literally within seconds, you'll go in, you'll find it, and you can tell me what that is on a project.
I already know. It's Formica.
No.
I already know.
It's not.
I can definitely, let's put a money bet right now.
What's up, guys? We're back. It's the Best Midland Texas podcast where we interview business owners, entrepreneurs, personalities right here in Midland. If that's your thing, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like, hit the shares.
Turn on notifications.
Turn them all on. Hit that bell. By the way, check out bestofmidlandtx.com. If you want to find the best restaurants, bars, shopping, plumbers, we've got it all. And if you're a business owner, go ahead and add your business for free. Don't forget about events, babe.
Yeah.
Now that cringy self-promotion's out of the way, we have an amazing guest this week. First guest of the new year, Kristina Leigh Wiggins Johnson. Multi-talented, incredibly busy human being here in Midland. Kristina Leigh is an architectural designer. She's very passionate and she helps clients build functional homes in residential, commercial buildings and stuff. She's also an author. She's partnered with a massive new project in Midland called the Summit Center. We'll definitely talk about that today. And Instagram dancing sensation with her daughter. You got to check out the reels. You got to check out the dance moves. Look out, Britney Spears. Here comes Kristina Leigh. And then lastly, she is an app developer. You've got an app coming out. So thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me. And that was an overly generous introduction if I've ever heard one.
No way. 17 more paragraphs probably.
That's right.
I did my research. I was like, oh, it's Kristina Leigh. It's not Kristina. It's Kristina Leigh.
I go by anything. Some people call me Christy. I've been called Reggie. Like I basically answer.
Reggie.
I mean, somebody for a long time thought that my name was like Michelle. I just answered to it. It is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know, it's
I
fine.
got called Michelle today, so.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not my name.
I even think one electrician thought that I was Amanda for an entire project.
Oh.
Even texted me, hey, Amanda. And it worked.
Hey.
You just
It
roll
worked.
with it.
Hey, as long as the check clears, you know what I mean? Call me whatever you want, dude.
Whatever you want.
So what is the difference between an architect and an architectural designer?
So the difference between an architect and an architectural designer, it's something that people don't realize there is a difference. And ultimately what it boils down to is an architect has a license that permits them to design things that are beyond what an architectural designer can do because they do not have a license. And there's a great resources at the Texas Board of Architectural Examiners that leads you through this. So that if you're thinking about getting into the design world and you're going, gosh, I don't know if I need to be an architect or if I want to be an architectural designer, this will really help guide you. But the key for me was that I started interning right away. As soon as I started at Texas A&M College of Architecture, I was working for design firms. And that is when I learned to do what I need to do and what I want to do, I don't need the license, which means I don't have to go get my master's and I don't have to go through the incredibly grueling process of testing to become a licensed architect because I really wouldn't utilize the license. So It's good. Do your homework, go intern, and all of those things before you really commit to like lots and lots of schooling.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so as an architectural designer, now that we
Yes.
know what it is, can you give us an example of a typical day in the life? And bonus points if it's similar to playing The Sims 4.
Okay.
Pretty good at that game.
I'm like so out of the loop. I don't even know what Sims 4 is.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to fill me in on that.
You're
so
not
I can,
missing out
So
on
I can
anything.
tell you if it's similar.
Okay.
I'm guessing video game.
It's a video game for sure, yeah.
Okay. Are you building things in the video game?
Okay, so do you remember SimCity, right? The original SimCity from like the 80s, 90s? SimCity was a city simulator, building simulator. Like
Okay.
you were the city planner.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it turned into The Sims, which was now it's like you control the characters, but it was all about building your home and having the coolest stuff. Build your entire structure. You make more money. You build your mansion. You
Yeah,
pick
but
all
also,
your colors.
if you don't take your sim to the
Yeah.
bathroom often
Okay.
enough, it wets itself.
Yeah, you get married in there and have kids and stuff. But really, it was all
Okay.
about the building and all
So-
your furniture and stuff like that.
Okay. So strikingly similar today in the architectural.
So you pee your pants.
Absolutely. Make sure your clients are going to the restroom. So I guess I missed out. I was staying up too late at the School of Architecture building models is the deal.
I mean, you can download it
missed
on your phone right now and play at night.
I'm like,
You'd probably be really good at it.
I should try. What if I could be like expert? So it's interesting. I would say my day doesn't look like a typical architectural designer because my day, every day, is like it has ADD. I mean, it's all over the map. There's so many things going on that I will be jumping in and out of a project. I might be designing, the next home or doing other interior details, or I'm doing a lot of landscape as well, or being at meetings at some of these commercial projects, or talking about my book or my app. So my typical day is just that it's absolutely non-typical. It's just all over the map. But
Makes it fun.
yeah, absolutely, because I totally have ADD. So
And just so we're aware, like, do you typically focus on like more high-end luxury type of
high-end residential is definitely what I have specialized in more for over the duration of my career. More recently, I've done a lot more landscape and those kind of things, often linking up on larger projects with landscape architects and civil engineers and things like that, but really vision casting. So I would say as a baseline, it's always been high-end architecture, but really I love to design anything. I mean, anything that can be designed to say, let's jump in and do it.
So hypothetically, for a couple who hosts a podcast and is in the luxury field, how can we still get luxury but at an affordable price? Like, where would we go?
You know what's so great is a lot of people think that luxury always means good design. I've seen a lot of bad design done on huge budgets.
Yeah.
It's just done on a greater scale. Regardless of the budget that you're on, making sure that you personally know what is most important to you so you know how to spend your money. Even on big budgets, you have to step back and go, okay, what is most important to us? It could be countertops, it could be wall, it could be furniture. Nobody can go afford a sports car on a minivan budget. Don't go look at the sports cars. Pick out what's most important to you, what maybe you can spend a little bit more on, and really go down the list of what you can't. And at some point, you just got to let it go.
Don't look at the countertops you can't afford the countertops, but like, what about an alternative? Like, should you be looking at, I don't know, IKEA countertop?
Absolutely, because here's the thing. There's so many great products out there today that emulate real materials. The thing you don't want to do is mix and match, because if you have, let's say, something that's great and it's real wood and you bring something that's fake wood in, the fake wood is going to look fake. If there's nothing else around it to compare it to, often the fake wood looks great because there's nothing real by it. So I think you get in your position of, if it's real wood, if it's impression, you can still mix the two. Maybe it's you have real wood furniture, but then the marble is impression, and so it's a balancing act of trying to bring again what's most important to you versus what's not as important to you, and making sure that again it's all of the little good decisions that build up to when you step back on a room and it's like design on a dime. It was done that way because of that balancing act, and it didn't take the budget to get it there.
I saw an article the other day that said Formica is making a comeback. Is that true?
Okay, so for some people, I'm not saying that I'm
Here we go. Hot takes.
not saying I'm a big fan of Formica.
Yeah.
But some things come back around. The mix match socks that like in the 80s, like there's some things I think maybe they won't come back around. I was pretty sure maybe Formica would be that, but I don't know.
The face I made, I didn't even click on it. I'm scrolling through Apple News and I was like, oh.
What's so great about design is it's subjective.
Yeah.
So someone out there probably really feels like, man, Formica's the hot ticket. It is coming back.
And they love it.
Maybe so are bright red walls, and then someone else over here is like, that's dead. There's no way. It's, it's terrazzo. And somebody like me is like, I have never liked terrazzo. I know people do. It's just all in the eye of the beholder. So that really is a great thing about design, is that whoever's claiming and chiming whatever's hot, I'm like, the next person's going to say it's not.
Okay, so to that point then, you work with clients and you're working with their style and their preferences. Listen, have there been times where you just have to go, your style's ugly?
You're wrong.
So definitely not.
Okay.
But I think the beauty of the way that I work is I'm never designing for myself. So you're my client. What we're going to do is dig into, what do you love? What's most important to you, so that we can pull from that and go, okay, how do we make it the best for what you like? I don't think that it is successful when a designer has a style and then they can't really move for that style, because in my opinion, you're kind of designing for yourself perpetually and not really listening to the client. So we've definitely had discussions with clients where I think maybe the idea of what they have isn't the best, and let's explore as to why that is.
Sure.
But ultimately, even if it's not the best and you're the client and you love it and you're who's going to be seeing it, then you do it.
They come to you and say, hey, farmhouse on the interior, Googie on the exterior, let's go for it. And you're like, all right, sounds good, right?
Nope. First, we stage an intervention.
Okay.
Because I don't even know what Googie is.
I know. I'm like, what is that?
It's like 60s Vegas.
Oh, ooh,
Okay, so roadside
yeah.
diner,
Oh.
the drive-in signs
Yeah.
that were all like the space and futuristic. Somebody who
Okay.
grew up in Vegas, like, I'm all about it.
That's when you kind of talk through it and go,
Okay.
maybe those will conflict. And
Maybe
so-
they're
You
just
can have a Googie man cave.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like some people are
Exactly.
just kind of like that's all that they've been exposed to, or just sort
Yeah.
of like tradition, or and there's like they haven't broken out of their
right.
bubble
Yes.
from a design perspective. Okay.
And I think it's a process. So a lot of times clients, their taste will evolve as you're working through it and you're trying to identify what do you actually love about this space, or they'll show pictures and you start seeing repetitively what they like really is maybe lighter countertops and lighter cabinets, and it's not really style preference or, there's color tones or there's certain feels. So I do think that it is okay to evolve as you are working on a project and know that that will happen the more you learn about the design process. Often it will evolve and change.
Are there any sort of historical interior design trends that you feel like could make a comeback? For example, like conversation pits, love them, right? Circular beds.
Design done well is timeless. I wouldn't necessarily consider a circular bed or sunken in living spaces
Yeah.
as timeless. Those are very iconically a certain era.
70s.
But then what you find is as you're doing remodels, those are the things that you are undoing. And so
Yeah.
you're, so often if a trend hasn't been successful because you aren't necessarily highlighting it and embracing it, you're ripping it out.
I think they came out of style because so many drunk people were falling into them.
I think so.
In like parties and stuff.
I could see it.
That would be like a death trap for you.
Yeah, I have bad ankles.
Stumble right into it.
I go, well, this is where I live now.
That's it. And you
here.
know what? Aside from the fact that it's a hazard, which it totally legitimately is a hazard,
Fair.
it actually makes for less usable space. So you're going down, and if you're not going down to help embrace a beautiful view, or there's no purpose for it, you're just going down for the sake of going down. The stairs and everything that it took to go down is actually really valuable floor space that you just used for transit. That's kind of a pain to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So
And it's a pain to clean stairs.
What about walk-in closets? Walk-in closets to me feel like a lot of non-usable space versus like built-ins.
So I'm a real anti-built-in. So this is just a personal preference. And again, stems from the fact that in so many of the remodels I'm doing, what are we ripping out is built-ins. And so you also can't take them with you. So from the standpoint of investment, often a piece of furniture can serve what a built-in's doing. And then you've invested in a piece, and if you move, you take it with you. So walk-in closets I like just because people always have too much stuff, and they want to be able to put all of their too much stuff in a lot of places. And I've never seen anybody go into a house and say, man, I'd buy it, but it just has too much storage.
Yeah, the
Like,
closets
too
are
much.
too big.
Yeah,
Something I've never said.
exactly.
So, in addition to being a designer, you have also developed an app called COSEE. Am I saying that right?
COSEE.
COSEE. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's about capturing, organizing, seeing everything everywhere. I mean, we carry our phones around, and there's no reason we shouldn't have a projects hub, regardless of what kind of project it is that is in your hand all the time. So I mentioned in my book, the earlier beta versions was called Simply Done, and I have been running my business on it for years. And so a lot of people wonder, how do I do as many projects as I do? Actually, it's because of the app. That's why I developed it, because there was so much wasted time. And as soon as we started getting these darn things on job sites and phones, it was like people then didn't know, was it in a magazine? Was it in a binder? Was it in their phone? Did they take a picture? And so I would sit there thinking, all I'm doing is watching people give their finger a workout. They couldn't find what they were looking for. And then the more we moved to holistically be in the phone, it got even worse. So it was, did I see that on Pinterest? Did they send me that link? Was it from House? No. Was it a text message? No. Maybe they emailed it to me. And it became a nightmare. I was like, there's got to be a way to have one hub where everything is in the palm of your hand. You always have that thing with you. And then not only that, that you essentially have a living scrapbook of any project that you did. I have partnered with Falcon Technologies out of the Dallas area. They're an incredible company. We've been working on this newer version for almost a year and a half now. Wow. And so, yeah.
It's Inspiration Mood Board, but also operations and also all the communications that are going into an actual project.
Correct. And so it is about, again, even that you see it in the name, it's about collaborating and everyone on that project seeing what's going on. So a typical COSEE project for me on any project is going to have the builder, the support staff of the builders, my entire team. Often it will have the electricians, the audio guy, the framers. Everybody wants to be on it because it's not just about being inspired. And I think digitally what's happened so much lately is that people are inspired everywhere and there's nothing really helping you through the process. So here's a picture. Well, that's great, but what do you do with that? Or they're going and they're looking for something and they're thinking, wait, what was my countertop? Like, I can't remember. And so my phone never rings because now you want to know your countertop. All you do is go into COSEE, you click on countertops, and every room that has a countertop, it's going to populate what that selection is. Or it could be that you're meeting about the kitchen. Well, you navigate to the kitchen and guess what? Not only is countertops there, but now so is lighting and appliances and before pictures and inspirational images and paint color.
Very
and
cool.
at the touch of a button, you can export a spec sheet. So if somebody's not digital savvy, but they need all of that, you can just email them a spec sheet, has live links. So for example, our plumbers that we work with love it because we download all of the plumbing selections. We put in all of the specs. We put all of the links to those specs. We send them a spec sheet. And when they're on site, it's just right there. So yeah.
That's
It's a huge
awesome.
time saver.
Super organized.
Yeah.
Is it launching? Is it already out?
So it's already out. So you can go to COSEE.com to download the web version, which you can save a bookmark to your phone and it works just like an app. But we are also in all of the app stores. So you can download it now. But just know that it'll be a couple more weeks before the full version is done where you can buy it, put your company logo, personalize it to you. I'm really passionate about making sure that young designers have a way to brand themselves, to be organized. So everybody can have a project for free. And if you can't afford to pay to have a professional version, then all of your clients create a project. They share it back to you. They share it back to everyone. So there's a mechanism to where if you're on a budget, you want to stay organized, you want to up your game, then you can go about it that way and have it for free.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
And I use it for everything. I organize photos with it. You can organize recipes. Katie, who's a valuable member of our team, is getting married, and she's organizing her entire wedding on it because she can
Nice.
go back and forth in the way everything's linked and the communication. So I designed it for home building,
Yeah.
but we've come to find out it's kind of good for whatever.
People will find a way to
Yeah.
tailor it to their
That's
own
right.
needs.
Yeah.
My dad was a builder here in town,
Oh.
and I feel like he would have loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy. I'll hand you my phone, I'll open it, and I'll tell you to go into a project and tell me what the countertop is for the kitchen. You won't have known anything about it, but it's so easy to navigate that literally within seconds you'll go in, you'll find it, and you can tell me what that is on a project.
I already
There's no
know. It's
hunting.
for Micah. I already know.
It's not.
I can definitely, let's put a money bet right now. So we're going to click on the atoms and you're going to see all these things load. What I want you to do, and you'll see at the top a what and a where. Okay. So on the what, all you have to do is go to that search bar on top
Okay.
and start to type in countertops.
All right. Adam's Family. This episode is brought to you by Wednesday on Netflix.
That's right.
Check it out.
Do you want to put your glasses on so you can see?
Okay, let me put my glasses on.
Put your glasses on.
This is a
I'm like, I can do it all, but I want you to see
this
it.
is an
So
exclusive.
type in countertops and then
Okay.
it should go. So click on that.
Okay.
And now you're going to see every room that has a countertop listed.
Bath, kitchen.
Kitchen,
All
utility.
right. So click on the kitchen and tell me what countertop is in the kitchen.
Black diamond leathered,
Yes.
granite,
See?
Oh,
3
So,
centimeters.
Literally, you don't know anything about this project, and within seconds, you would be able to know everything about that project. So you can see why it's so valuable to put everybody on it. Everything's there. And then what's incredible, again, is when the project's done, let's say that you have a terrible leak in the house and your flooring is damaged and your wall is damaged. Guess what? It's all right there waiting for you. You aren't doing the game of hunting.
historical
it.
side of it.
Yeah.
That Adams Family has some good taste.
Yes.
I'm big fan.
Yeah.
That's super
Beautiful.
cool. I love
Yeah.
that it has
Yeah.
photos and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all there. And again, at the touch of a button, if we needed to generate a spec sheet, do you see this button right here? I'm going to just click that. And then immediately that spec sheet I was talking about will generate. And now here it all is. And all I have to do is email it to you.
Oh, cool. It's like PDF.
Yeah, that's it. And so it's great. So
I love
again,
it.
design this because I was too busy for my own good. And so it was like, we need to streamline it.
We're going to build our new studio on that.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Please do. That's awesome.
Okay, so let's talk about this huge project that you're a part of called the Summit Center. You made a few announcements a few months ago, seeing some images on Instagram, social media. Can you tell us about the Summit Center? Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So it's essentially 100,000 square foot mixed use retail, restaurants, office, fitness, and it's going to be that surrounding a 4-acre park. So what I want to stress is, though, this park has nothing to do with the city, no tax dollars, anything like that. It has been a privately funded development from the Johnson family, the Woodard family, as well as the incredible employees of Summit Petroleum, who are the anchor tenant. So it really is going to be something that we feel like will be transformative for Midland to bring some of those lifestyle, quality of life amenities that Midland is lacking.
I'm a very visual person.
Yeah.
You say mixed use, like I obviously can see office. You're saying eateries and like
Restaurants,
would I spend the
fitness,
whole day there? Could I,
You sure could if
Okay.
you wanted to go work out.
Okay.
If you worked there, hey, so you can. There's some space left. So if you want to get your office, you'd be
Oh.
able to go work there, go exercise, get your coffee, go to the market, do a little shopping,
Nice.
hang out in the park. Really, the goal is to get people to want to be there and to really just fellowship together. I mean, to use that as a space to reconnect, to get off digital, to not be too modern when you're there,
Oh, that's
and
not
just
gonna
have. You might like it. Well, you know what though? There's going to be a lot of Instagrammable moments in
Yes.
that
Nice.
park too. So we anticipate there being lots of phones out and photography, but we're really excited again for what it can do for West Texas and for Midland, because for too long the people of West Texas, they're hardworking, their head is down. We hit a boom. Things are needed. That flies up. There's no architectural identity to it. But again, the people just are okay with it because that's the way that they are. And we think that the private sector needs to step in and go, man, the people of West Texas are incredible. It's time now to have architectural design that represents that and that brings in a quality of life that we're going to be able to draw in the workforce that we need. And so we think this is going to be an exciting next step towards that. Success breeds success. And the more we can start feeding into this really innovative, exciting design and architectural identity for Midland, we really feel like we'll rebrand ourselves and start seeing ourselves different too.
Yeah.
It's not about that, oh, Midland's ugly, but it has great people. It's like, no, Midland's incredible and it has great people.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it and can't wait for the people of West Texas to get to come and use it. And we have exciting people that have signed on. And so if you follow us on Instagram, you're going to start seeing announcements really soon as to
Nice.
some of the things that are going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of 100% occupancy, how far along? I mean, how much space is left?
So there's a little bit of office space in a couple of areas. I don't have the square footages in front of me,
Sure.
but we have an incredible website, just summitcentermidland.com, and so we try to keep that up to date. There has been some recent, signings on for lease, so it probably needs to be updated as those are going quickly. But because of the construction and what's happening, we're just now really entering the phase of really advertising as well for the space. But we already have an exciting restaurant signed on, of course, the fitness center, lots of talks underway for the coffee shop, as well as freestanding retail. And again, we'll start sharing those things
Okay.
really soon.
Maybe you guys, I don't know, have thought about podcast studio.
I know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You know what I mean? That could always
knows?
add value.
That's right.
In so many ways.
I will be officing there, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Where is it located
Yeah.
at?
The corner of Midkiff and Mockingbird in North
Oh,
Midland.
okay.
Okay, so summitcentermidland.com. You can check it out.
Follow us on Instagram because we're going to constantly be putting out over the next several months as we get closer to opening lots of exciting things about what's features in the park and who's going to be there, as retail establishments and restaurants and the fitness center and all this kind of thing. So be sure and
Nice.
follow us on Instagram.
And when is the opening date slated for?
So we're finish out for all the retail spots are supposed to start in July. So we will have soft openings as each individual retail and restaurant opens. Construction will continue because our anchor tenant, Summit Petroleum, their building will start last, and it's a more complex building. It will take longer, so it will be staged. But our hope is for sure to be starting tenant finish out in July. And so that will be, a determinant as to each retailer, how long their each individual finish takes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But summertime, you can
Hopefully
start
in the summertime, by the
Okay.
end of the summer.
start hanging out and getting some, going to the gym. Not
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Going to get potential ice cream. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Coffee,
Yeah, for sure.
yoga in the park.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a great spot for
I mean,
yoga
if you
in the
need a
park.
think tank of two weirdos who have a billion ideas for what could happen,
We do.
coming from Las Vegas, I mean,
Yeah.
it can go crazy. Okay, so wanted to do something brand new,
Rapid fire.
rapid fire
Okay.
with Kristina Leigh, because again, we love design,
Yes.
and we want to know from an expert. So we've got
Okay.
6. Just we're just going to rapid
Spit 'em
fire
out.
off. Yeah, this
Okay.
is for TikTok. Don't get me
I
wrong.
feel like I should stretch a little bit or
Yeah,
something.
get
Like this
warm.
is like
Get warm.
make sure. Okay, I'm ready.
We're ready.
Number 1, favorite architectural style.
Okay. Ooh, style for me personally is probably still going to be whatever it is a hint of industrial with some eclectic nature, but I'm pretty wide open. I love almost every style done well.
Okay, you would love Bjork's house.
What-
I feel like.
I need to look her up. I
feel
feel
like
like
you
I
love
have
her
missed
house.
out not knowing much
I-
about Bjork.
Don't understand where this.
And she
recent
was from
obsession-
Iceland.
She's
Yeah.
she's still there. Oh yeah.
So she's probably like the biggest deal.
She's the
right?
biggest celebrity in Iceland by
Okay,
far, by
yeah.
far.
They have incredible water, so I would say their water's kind of celebrity too.
Yeah.
And she's probably 60 years old and looks 25. So it's probably the water.
You know what? I'm telling you, I travel with it. Look, there you go.
Oh yeah, put that up for the
mean,
camera. Like
yeah.
this is product placement. All
Iceland,
right.
I mean, that
pH
is-
8.4.
I'm telling you, people who know me know that. I mean,
We're gonna
I'm
try it.
serious about my water.
We're gonna try it. We might even I don't know, maybe they want to be a sponsor.
That's right.
Okay, number 2. Favorite interior design style.
Man, I don't necessarily have a favorite. I have a least favorite. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's just when there's too much stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's too much is too much.
You're like, it's cool if if you love traditional or mid-century modern,
Yeah.
that's all fine with you.
Yes,
You
I
don't
love
have
it when it's done well. I mean, there's so many great designs, so many ways to do them done well, and I'm kind of a fan of all of them. It's just, it's just when things are too much that
Cluttered.
you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's too much.
Like
it.
27 throw pillows on a couch.
Yeah, that could be too much.
2 is too much. Okay.
Yes, I know, dear.
Favorite color combination.
Favorite color combination is just very natural tones. Tones, whether it's metal with wood, with neutrals. So to me, that creates a beautiful base for almost anything you want to do with it. So I'd say that's my favorite.
I come to you and I'm saying concrete, bronze, walnut. Can we do something with that?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Especially if it's black Oregon walnut. Sign me
yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yeah. That's one of my
pretty.
favorite woods.
never heard of it. But I'm going to look it up on the COSEE app.
Yes, absolutely.
Favorite home feature.
Favorite home feature, a bed. I love to nap. So if you're talking
Yes.
about me personally, yeah,
Okay.
cozy bed.
It's got to have a bed.
Yes,
First and foremost.
absolutely.
Ooh,
First
I
and
have a
foremost.
question.
Please.
Favorite mattress.
Oh gosh, that's really tough. So I actually like the mattresses that have separate toppers that aren't built in, so that are latex filled. So I don't know. There's several brands. I don't really care about brand, but when you have a base mattress and then you have a latex filled cushion on top,
Nice.
to me, like incredible. You could nap all day long.
Just for the sake of social media, can you say
Yes.
Casper mattress so we can get we can get
Casper.
another so we can get another
I absolutely love
advertisement?
Casper mattress.
That's right.
Does that?
Wait,
I
I've
actually
never
don't even know if
slept
they
on
were.
one.
I know. I've never even heard of
I don't
it.
know, but
Maybe
if they
they'll
want to send us
it.
one,
Yeah.
they'll never see this. Okay.
I'm tagging them.
Yeah, we're tagging them. Favorite furniture piece.
Oh, favorite furniture piece. Ooh, that one's tough. Probably most practical would be your sofa because it can serve the most roles. I mean, it can be sleeper sofa if you need it. It can be sectional. It can be lounge. So I would say that's probably such a key part to any home, would be that. And I guess actually then when I said bed, that is probably a better answer for
Okay,
that one.
we're going sofa. Okay, last one. Favorite material combination.
Sure to answer
I
that.
actually think you said it earlier. Like again, the
Formica.
natural woods. Nope,
Oh.
still,
I tried.
still not on the Formica train.
Tried.
But when you said metal, wood, just kind of concrete, again, those kind of materials I think make a perfect palette that you can leave it cold, you can warm it up, you can put bold color. Like, I think the point is to create a blank canvas because then it allows you in a smart way with regard to your investment to add to it. So I think that's one of my favorite because you just can't go wrong.
Local client with the tackiest home. Go.
No.
I tried.
You should have just said you guys.
Oh, man.
I guess,
would've-
can you plead the fifth on this?
Yeah.
Is that
What if she would
right?
have said
Like,
somebody? I would have been like,
No,
whoa.
no, definitely not.
Well, I tried. Christina Leigh, thank you so much for coming in today and
Yeah,
giving us
thanks
your
for
time.
having me.
Like you said, check out her new app, COSEE. We'll link it. She has a book on Amazon called Building Your Home. Check
It's
it
in
out.
Barnes and Nobles, I think, too, still
Oh,
in a
nice.
place like that.
You can walk into a place and buy it, I
Yeah.
guess, if you
Yeah.
don't live in the future like I do.
Yeah,
And the Summit Center.
yeah,
Midland,
for
that's
sure.
going to be huge.
Yeah, and I love that y'all are doing this. Midland is awesome. It needs fun personalities like you to be highlighting like the best of Midland because there's so much to cover. So for sure, everybody needs to subscribe and follow.
Oh,
you
we
guys.
really appreciate that. Again, you can add your business for free or we'll add it for you. We're going to add all of the businesses at the Summit Center on the website. Christina Leigh is going to tell us off air.
Yeah,
We're going to have the exclusives.
I will. I'm going to give them the exclusive.
Yes. Again, thank you so much.
Yeah,
And we're excited.
yeah, us too. Thank you for having me.
All right. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Boom.